Hello and welcome back to the Academic Writing Amplified podcast. I'm your host, Kathy Mazak, and this is the final episode in our mini podcast series of tiny podcast episodes that are meant to make you think and inspire you to do some little bit of self-coaching work and introspection to make your writing and publishing better. All right, in this last episode, I want to talk about an energizing versus a draining calendar. So here's my question for you. What gives you energy and what drains you? On last week's Navigate call, which was a coaching call, one of the participants asked, okay, once your mission statement is working and really most of the requests on your time are very mission aligned, then what other tools can I use to make decisions about my time, about what I say yes to, what I try to eliminate, that kind of thing? I have quite a few answers for this, but in this mini podcast, I want to talk about energizing versus draining as a criteria for choice. So I learned this, or we've been talking about it in this coaching program that I'm in. And one criteria that you could use to make decisions about your time is basing those decisions on what gives you energy and what drains you. The big idea here is you can handle a really full schedule if that schedule is full of energizing activities. And I think this is like a secret that nobody tells you. And probably nobody tells you because you kind of maybe don't want to hear it. Because, when you, right now, think about people that you know, or maybe that you know of, but that you know, who you think, how is she doing all of that? How is she, in my case, running a successful business and parenting a newborn and doing, keeping up with her health and creating all these amazing educational materials and whatever. So think of a person who who is rocking it. I think the secret is that those people are doing things, they're doing many, many, many things, and most of them are energizing. And if they're not immediately energizing, then those people are creating ways to make them energizing. They are changing their thinking around things that would normally drain them so that they eliminate those draining thoughts, replace them with energizing thoughts, and then all of those things that are filling their calendars, it might still feel like a lot. It might be yeah, I feel busy, but I don't feel drained, which I think is a big difference. So anyway, let me just go back and repeat the big idea. The big idea is that you can handle a full schedule if that schedule is full of energizing activities. So, I know this to be true. I'm starting to experiment with this myself because even though right now my schedule is more booked up than it's been in years, I'm adding energizing activities to it, and I actually feel more excited, aligned, and I'm actually producing more than when I had more time. So you might look at next week and say, there is no way that I have 90 minutes to go to Kathy's summer writing planning workshop or watch the replay. You might look at the Navigate 2-week intensive and say, there's no way I have time for that. I just don't have time. And maybe that's something you've thought about Navigate before, even though during the semester, Navigate is once a week. I don't have time for that. But if you start choosing activities that give you energy, you'll have time for those activities, and they will make the rest of your activities more powerful because you will have taken that time and poured into you and your desires. So even though I added more than 3 hours of learning about coaching, getting coached, learning to be a better coach, 3 programs I'm in, each of them meets for at least an hour, if not more. And most of the time I'm watching the recordings. I fit it in because I replaced energy draining activities with those energy producing activities, those energizing activities. And that feels amazing. It's solving my busy problem. It's solving my feeling drained problem to do these energizing things. So one last time, I will invite you to attend my summer writing planning workshop, which is a free 90-minute workshop on April 23rd at 1 p.m. Eastern, where I'll walk you through the same method that I teach inside of my Navigate program for planning your writing in the context of your real life. I call this the writing roadmap. For summer, that real life needs to include rest. So we'll create a plan for the summer that is pouring into you and giving you energy, not draining you. You can find the link to register for that workshop in the show notes. You can also find the link to apply for our Navigate 2-week intensive, which is happening in the last 2 weeks of May. You can find all that information in the show notes and get your application in early if you so desire. Thank you for participating in this mini podcast series. If you like mini episodes, write to us at support@scholarsvoice.org and let us know so that I can make more of these. And have a wonderful day. Bye.